Hey guys, what's going on? It's Yanu. I'm in Toronto. Been here for a couple days now, and just trying to. Oh, somebody uploaded a vlog. One of my vlogs I follow uploaded a vlog, so I got a notification. I have a bit of time today. Realized that I've had a few questions that I haven't gotten around to answering. So I'm thinking today might be a good day to do a little Q&A session. So let's do that. Compiled a bunch of the questions that I think I've gotten, and hopefully today I'll be able to answer them. So let's give it a try. First things first, what do I have here? William Jones asked, what school do you go to? Don't know if you told your subs this, but I'm new and I don't know much about you. So this one, I definitely get this question a lot. So the school I go to, it's called St. George's University School of Medicine. But the confusing thing that I think I may have not explained very well when I started the vlog is that I'm basically on a one-year exchange program between St. George's and Northumbria University in Newcastle, England. So that's why everybody sounds Canadian and American, but I'm always talking about like Newcastle and Geordie's and St. James Park and whatever else there is. You go to a uni in the UK. That's that. Jackie Mensa asked, can you talk about getting to medical school and how you went about getting your prereqs in college? I'm in my second year of university. You know for a fact I want to be a doctor and go to medical school. Thanks. Definitely. So my medical school story is kind of unorthodox. In my undergrad, I did health sciences at the University of Ottawa, and health sciences basically covered all the prerequisites for any generic medical program. Bio, orgochem, general chemistry as well. So biology, organic chemistry 1 and 2, absolutely hated organic chemistry, by the way. General chemistry 1 and 2, basic physics course, English, basic maths, and basically you do whatever you want, and that's how I went about getting my prereqs. So if anybody's wondering like what courses you need to take as far as medical school goes, pre-med, those are more or less the main ones. It's generic. And you can kind of just do whatever you want for the rest of it. So like sociology and whatever. So long as they see that you have a kick-ass GPA, you're good to go. I'm sophomore in high school. I don't know whether to be a crime investigator or a surgeon. What courses do I need to take in college? And how do I get into med school? First, apply. Definitely apply. All jokes aside, crime investigator and surgeon, those are pretty broad. I mean, obviously it comes down to you and whatever you feel you want to do, whatever you feel you like the most. Like definitely try and see if you can shadow a couple people who maybe work in those fields, who work in those industries, and you know, like pick their brains. I'm sure I'm not the first person whose brain you picked about this stuff, so I'm sure I'm probably not the first or the last person who's going to tell you shadow people and follow them around and see what appeals to you the most. But definitely, I would start with that. Like I said, do the prereqs I talked about. They suck, but just get them through, kill them, and do a great job on your GPA, and you should be fine as far as applications go. It's pretty tough to apply. It's kind of a hassle. It's hard to get in, obviously, but definitely start from there. You know what's annoying about the hot dogs is I'm just there being complete wreck. I am the coolest one. Yeah, I am definitely the coolest one. I'm impressed that we made it this far. So hey, shout out to us, coolest. I think that's supposed to say medical, so it says Mrs. School. There's actually, on a funny note, there's actually a mnemonic that we came up with when we were learning the heart sounds and heart pathologies. And it's called Mrs. and ASS. Mrs. is like mitral regurgitation systole. So it tells you that if you've got mitral regurgitation, it's going to affect your heart during systole. It's whack. And if you got ASS, aortic stenosis, also systole. It basically tells you which valves of the heart are affected and in which situation when they'll be affected in. And you can use that for so Mrs. you can use that for tricuspid valve as well. It's not as cool. And ASS you can go TSS, pulmonary. It doesn't look cool, but whatever, it works. It's basically mitral valve and you need to clean your room. I'd let you take it. Oh! True? I really need advice. Medical advice? I apologize, I didn't get back to you on this one. I'm probably not the best person to go to for medical advice, I'll be honest. I don't mean that to be to shut you down from trying, but I would definitely recommend an actual doctor. Otherwise, give me a shout on Instagram. I'm pretty open, pretty good at getting back to people, I think. And I can definitely give you whatever advice I can come up with. But like I said, don't ever take anything I say as gold or as sound, solid medical advice, because like I'm only an eighth way to being a doctor. Yeah, there's a lot here. Okay, one, congrats on a wife-to-be. Shout out to you, because that makes me assume that you got your life in order, more so than I do, so good job. Two, as far as studying, basically, realistically, we study every day. It's crazy, it's the lifestyle at this point. It's like you wake up, you go to class, you leave class, you make sure that you reread what you went over really quickly or read briefly. And I got really lucky that my roommates are extremely good positive force. Basically, between the group of us, we all go to class, do our own thing individually, we leave. And at the end of the day, we come and just like chop it up really quickly and just we got a projector and we throw up whatever we saw in class on the wall. And we just talk about it and we just kind of make sure everybody understands what's going on. Like studying is studying. Studying is always going to be a little bit uncomfortable. It's always going to be a little bit not fun. But we try to make it something that's almost social. In a sense, my buddy Christian and I we're actually going to do a video in January called Red Wine Study Time. Entirely his idea. I'm not going to take credit for the idea, but I'm definitely looking into doing it. And how are my challenges as a black man different from my peers? I don't know if I've had to deal with this too much. It's definitely something that's there. It's definitely something that's there, and I'm aware of it, and like I'm aware of the obvious differences. But I can't personally say that I've had any issues with relating to people or feeling whether judged or anything like that. The other thing is my experience isn't reflective of everybody's experience. I know for a fact that there are students elsewhere who, because of the color of their skin, probably professors don't take them as seriously and stuff like that. I've been lucky in that I haven't had anything overtly or outright racist, or the camera turned off on me for a second, sorry. But yeah, like I was saying, wrapping up, I haven't had to deal with anything too crazy, which is fortunate. Again, it's not reflective of everybody's experience, so you can't assume that just because I'm saying that I've never had any issues with anybody that I go to school with or that I deal with, that other people don't. Again, I've just been really lucky that I've had, that I go to school and I work with a group of pretty diverse and forward-thinking people in the first place. So that definitely helps it, and it definitely helps, keep things as comfortable as possible. Block? PBL trained? I don't know this one. You're gonna have to let me know what that is. Sorry. I'm gonna block out the first part because that made me blush. I am Canadian. Yeah, I am definitely Canadian. No secret here. No secret on this one. My roommates also, we more or less do most things together. So I mean, we study together, we go to the gym together, and we just kind of like, yo, are you down to lift today? Okay, cool, let's get it in. So they keep me accountable. So that. Oh my God, he's gonna be his ego. Anyway, that's fine. This cover of Cake by the Ocean in that 7 People You Meet in Med School video. That is my friend Paul Krupe. I've known him from a long time, from Ottawa. He's a great young musician. Definitely give him a check out. He's on SoundCloud at Paul Krupe. He's dope. He's done a bunch of covers. He got a bunch of originals as well. Great artist, great performer. Definitely check it out. Hey guys, how do you keep yourself in such good shape? What's the trick? Again, you're right. Honestly, man, you're fully right. Physical health is absolutely important, as well as mental and emotional. I find physical health, mental health, emotional health, they all kind of tie into each other. Again, no trick, man, no trick at all. I've just been extremely lucky with the people who I've been blessed to associate with. My trick is just that I've got a really good support network of roommates. We more or less do our own thing on the weekends, but during the week, it's a cohesive unit. This made me happy. She says, I'm gonna make it through med school. I don't care what you guys have to say about that. There are cats kicking it around. I'm at Tiffany's place and she has 2 cats. Leo, say hi. Say hi. Say hi. You not gonna say hi? I swear he likes me. Man, how did you manage to get through organic chemistry 2? How do you say barely? I hated organic chemistry on so many accounts. I absolutely despised it. Yeah, barely. That was not my saving grace. I love the vid. Taste of music, it's fire. What do you get on music? Oh man, okay, cool. So I've been really lucky that I've also, when I was in Ottawa, I used to perform a lot, and so I had a band, we called ourselves Tales from the Backseat. I didn't come up with a name, and performed a lot. We met a bunch of other performers, and I've been lucky so far that some of the performers I kept up with, they've allowed me to use their music in the videos, and they've allowed me to link their profiles and stuff like that. I'll definitely add some links at the end of these to some of my favorites so far, and it's a work in progress type thing. Like, my artist friends who are still artists and who are still making great music, I'm really happy for them. I want them to keep on making great music. I'm not in that realm anymore, but I want to do as much as I can to, while working on my own stuff that I have here, promote their stuff at the same time. So it's kind of a symbiotic relationship. Ooh, this is deep. So because Mel asked this one, and I have been meaning to go into this for a while, I left it and I didn't know how to answer it. I didn't know what to do with it, because realistically, this specific question is a video on its own. Did you ever go through stages of doubt and uncertainty, but decided to push forward regardless? Yeah, absolutely. There was definitely a lot of doubt and uncertainty, and realistically, getting through the first semester is just kind of reassurance that I'm kind of doing the right thing. Yeah, this is a lot deeper than a quick Q&A video, disseminate and go into. But the point is, I think what I would focus on is follow people who are doing things that you're considering doing, talk to them, really pick their brains and see how they got into it and what led them to it. Long story short, I more or less given up on the concept or the idea of medical school, and I just kind of, by, I don't know whether you call it like divine intervention or whatever you want to call it, but I eventually kind of decided, like, give it a shot, throw an application and see what happens, and this is where I am now. So it was a dream I had for a long time. I just, like I said, I thought I'd given up on it, but I will definitely go into it in another video, and I will absolutely make a point of hammering home this idea and giving my ideas on it. I am low-key, high-key in love with you. Hey man, same to you. What did you get for your final? I was actually a decent student in high school. I was like 85 average type of thing. Nothing extravagant. I was not like I was one of those like 98 kids. I knew this one girl in high school. She had like a 98 average. She was a captain of the basketball team. She like played 3 other sports. And she did like 2 missions trips too, and I was like, you are not serious. And she's, yeah, I was not, no, yeah. Is George from the 6? This is actually my buddy Arash. He's from Ottawa, and he makes YouTube videos as well. Look him up. And yeah, George is from the 6. Where are you studying? I thought you were in England, but everyone has an American accent. Are you Nigerian? I'm supposed to be exposing my secrets like this. I am 100% Nigerian. True blood, full blood. Yeah, yours. This is actually a friend of mine who I haven't spoken to in a long time. I use a Sony RX for shooting, and right now I'm using a Sony a6000. I don't actually have a good, or a dope DSLR camera. Hopefully, as this thing grows, I'll actually, upgrade my equipment a little bit and start putting some really cool looking stuff together for you guys. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all the questions I've had from the semester. Hopefully, I managed to answer them pretty well. And if you guys have more questions, by all means, send them my way. Like I said, this vlog is all about just growing. It's just a kid growing, and one day, hopefully, maybe fooling the faculty into thinking that I can be a capable doctor, and then carrying that facade on for another 50 successful years. So we'll see how this whole thing goes. Thinking long term at this point. Guys, thank you so much for following, for watching, for keeping in touch with me and asking questions. I'm telling you guys, you're holding me accountable, and you guys are with me whenever I write these exams. I'm telling you, I go in there, I'm like, hey, but there's enough people trying to tell me to do well in this exam, so study, get the work done. It means a lot to me that you guys interact with me and ask me all these questions and reaching out to me like this, so please don't stop. Keep notifications on. We don't want to get lost in the hustle and the bustle of the bigger YouTubers, and we're all trying to grow together, right? So keep the notifications on, keep an eye out for me. I'll definitely be trying to put out some really useful, helpful and good content for you guys in the next little bit. Like I said, I'm going to try and refine the vlog over the break. Maybe start coming up with some branding, some logos, something that looks, crisp, nice, clean, and doesn't look as amateur as some of the stuff we've been putting out. So wish me luck. Guys, dream big, work hard, so much love. Take care. Where are those cats?